Now be so crossy, Miss. Now, Bromoni, Nara, Basa. Almost Sana Osia, OPATAFUOR TV. Oh no, na ya denaba. Sena basa betia kediafo. Obebubu dadi adabai. Na wa yusumu akurade abie. Eni ti se ogba boya. Ya obetia ni OPATAFUOR. Na se oba atoya so. Onsu beti OPATAFUOR. Eti finsu ni obetia ni OPATAFUOR. So proud, yeah. I hope you never say, baby, yeah. Prophet OPATAFUOR, man of God, Eradicirawo, yeah, yeah, yeah. OPATAFUOR, Eradicirawo, yeah, yeah. Prophet OPATAFUOR. Yama, where you go? Yeah. OPATAFUOR. Prophet OPATAFUOR. Eradicirawo debia. Maya bofira na febia menyini. Mi wuro di fobia. Otese OPATAFUOR. Akanesi. Afiranaba, Oshane China, OPATAFUOR, Odina Udiasa, Nasa Sonia Rade, Ayasano Yamiano, why they say of my dendere, Osiu Jatano, now do Moja to me, Okana from Peswell, Afesia now, Sayarewa. That's how I can't be on par. A young European person. As I know, Yamiano, needing your OPATAFUOR. That's a wood side is the money. Obayan Chachama. Arena Wihiri. And now both to say Dubai. I own Yaku Poso. Emma Muyi. So I had the money as you. If it's a Wokita Radidi Pawate. Yeah. Prophet OPATAFUOR. Man of God. Eradicirawo. Yeah. OPATAFUOR. Yama where you go. Eradicirawo. Yeah. Prophet OPATAFUOR. Man of God. Eradicirawo. Yeah. OPATAFUOR. Yama where you go. Eradicirawo. Mesimaya bofira na fepodia menyini. Mediemi udi fobia. Otisa OPATAFUOR. Ano kanesi. Greetings to you in the gracious confines of your abode. I believe you are doing fervently well. As a matter of fact, today happens to be on the 9th of April 2026, and it sounds all good. I've come your way not because of anything. I've come on a usual base on Thursdays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and then Sundays. We normally meet on this particular channel and engage ourselves on our intellectual dimension. So if you see me on your screen at this particular moment, I've come to engage you on that level as usual. So as courtesy demands, don't hesitate to share this live telecast with a lot of people as much as you can. And do well to subscribe to this particular channel in case if you haven't. And click on the like button as well. By clicking on the like button, it speaks a lot of volumes, which tends to help us
by encouraging us. Most of the times, I keep on repeating myself regarding this particular issue, with the issues of liking the video. And I've had series of messages. Some are saying that, Papa, we don't know how to like it. Some of you people who has also been telling me that their grandkids are the ones who normally log onto the channel for them. They themselves, they can't log in here personally. And well, it sounds good. So if you are able to like the video, go ahead. If you are not able and you don't know how to go about it, it sounds good at the same time as well. So please, with all due respect, in case if you have any message, try as much as possible and grab your key parts and channel all your thoughts to the comment section for me. We normally come here to learn. I've already told you that you have a lot to discover. It's up to you to avail yourself, to allow me to pilot you through certain things. And by so doing, you must be willing to unleash and relinquish all the lies that you have learned for years. And once you do that, it gives me that verdict to penetrate and then inculcate into your heart a new installation, a new dimension, a new teaching. And by so doing, it helps you rediscover yourself afresh. So please, kindly click onto this particular voice. I mean the voice that is talking to you. And once you do that, you will discover a lot of things. So thank you very much. Without wasting much of your time, let me quickly go through the comment section and read some of the messages that some of you have left there. Today, our very first message happens to come directly from Akusia Sewa. Akusia Sewa, greetings to you as well. I believe you are doing well in Accra. Is it raining in Accra? Because, in fact, the rain is doing justice to us in Kumasi here. So I know very well that you're also feeling the same heat. Okay, let's move on. Reverend Adakwa, man of God, salute you as well. I believe you're also doing well. Now we have a lot of message. You see, a lot of message. A lot. Now, please, with all due respect, in case if you have any question, leave it at the comment section for me. Today, I wouldn't be able to pick all of you, your messages as well, because I have issues with the internet. You know, in Ghana, when it rings like this, you'll be having a lot of issues with your internet. So that's how it is. So let's move on. If you have any message, don't hesitate. Now we have our very first message coming from Reverend Adakwa, and it reads, please, Daddy, the two olive tree in Revelations, their mission on earth to preach for 1,260 days, please. Daddy, can you throw more light on it? I've already taught you people about this. The two witness. I've spoken countless of times about it. So please, with all due respect, man of God, you can flip through some of the videos that we have uploaded on this very channel, and you will get the exact one that probably speaks about these these two witnesses as well. So with all due respect, please, I need fresh questions. Now, I have dedicated 10 minutes to some of you people that has questions. After the 10 minutes elapse, you wouldn't get the opportunity to ask questions again. So at this particular moment, grab the opportunity and channel your questions to the comment section for me. Okay. So it sounds good as well. If you have any message, please send a message at the comment section for me. Today, I've come to share something a little with you people. So I know you also have questions. I know you people have questions. So leave your question to the comment section.
That's how I kind of bro pa. Ejira epiemu kese. Sano nyamia no. The day you are patafo. Ayo nyago so. Emma we yo. We are the money esuro no. We say one kita erani de kwa. Patafo. Man of God. Erani shira. The Spirit of Heaven Ministry. Yeah!
Okay, it sounds good as well. Welcome back. I believe you are doing well as well. So the newbies, you're highly welcome. I believe you are doing great as well. This is OPATAFUOR. I'm your captain tonight. I'm just here to pilot you through life. Hello. Greetings to you as well. I believe you are doing fervently well with your wonderful husband. Hello, Bibi Aboko. Hello. Adeɛ baako pɛ na magye afiri hɔ. Megye firi hɔ wie a afei me makoma bɛtɔ me yam. Na deɛ ɔpɛ bia ma yama. Efrem OPATAFUOR. Sana no catch us magye agye bi afiri hɔ. Elizabeth Odro, how are you doing? I believe you are doing great. You are highly welcome as well. Okay, so please, if you have any question, don't hesitate to channel your questions to the comment sections for me, and I'll be very great to have your questions answered. So that's how it is. Justice Osafo, my man, big ups to you. I believe you're also doing well. Hey Gaba, it's say Viviaboko. Okay, so that's how it is. If you have any message, don't hesitate to pin your message. Grab your key parts and pin your message to the comment section. I'll receive it. It will pop up directly at the comment section. And since I'm receiving messages through the comment section, I will also be able to receive your messages as well. So please, if you have any message, drop it at the comment section for me.
Obebubu dadi adabai. Now I sumu akuradia bie. And it is our boya. Yaubatian your patafo. That's a boba toyaso. Also bet your patafo. And if it's so, Yaubatian or patafo.
Now our very first message is coming directly from the corridors of Aaron Bagbo, and it reads, Papa, please, in the beginning, God created the world. Is this the Father in action? Yes, of course. If hadn't been the grace of our Father, there wouldn't be any world. So in the beginning, to begin with everything, if you are very fortunate to also participate in this life that you're living, then it is through the grace of your Father that has made this possible. So you must understand certain things. So in the beginning, to begin with everything within the labyrinthine corridors of human existence, the etheric dimensions, the cosmic world, to begin with every single note, the Father created the heavens and earth. Everything began with the Father. So get that. Now let's move on to Dr. Odru. How many peacemakers are present in the earth now? There is only one peacemaker. God doesn't make mistakes. Our Father knows very well that once there are two peacemakers on earth, there will be conflict. The devil will try to chip in his interest. Once there is power, the same power at a particular place, they will play a game of superiority, which by virtue of that act, it tends to defocus them. That is why from Genesis to Revelation, God in his own infinite wisdom, he does not necessarily prepare human with the same anointing. That is why when you read from scripture to scripture, Genesis, when Moses happened to champion the cause and acts of Genesis, Exodus, and stuff like that, you could see that there was no prophet as at the time of Moses as compared to him. Now, when it got to the time of Joshua, there was nobody else at that time. When it got to the time of Noah, there was nobody else at that time. You see, it kept on and on and on just like that. God knew that once two powers stays at a particular place, they will tend to fight themselves. So you will never give an equal anointing in the same terrain. One must be bigger than the other. So there will never be any situation or any circumstance where there will be what we call two peacemakers. Definitely, there will be a subordinate, but among all the peacemakers, there will be one soul, one being, one luminous being, a champion who heads all these peacemakers. So that is the truth about all things. So get that. Thank you very much, Dr. Odru. Okay, let's move on. Hegaba says, Papa, please, what is the meaning head of day in the Bible? I don't get you. Rephrase your question, please. Soft mame or question mentiasi. Head of days in the Bible. What is the meaning of head of days? I don't get it. Okay, rephrase your question. Now let's move on. Stephen Addo says, hi Papa, please, I want to know if 144,000 elders in heaven, I want to know if they are coming back on earth. 144,000 elders in heaven. Well, ever since I was brought into existence, I've never seen any or had an encounter with any 144,000 elders in heaven. I must be noted for calling a spade a spade. I've never had an encounter with any group of entities who are called elders and who sum up to 144,000. Please, I've never seen anything of that sort. So with that, I don't have any idea. Maybe where you met them, it will be of your interest if you can go back, read it, and then pray over it. Maybe you might get a divine illumination from the Holy Spirit as well. And you know that the Holy Spirit is the champion among all champions. So once you get a message from the Holy Spirit, it goes beyond, it cuts across. So get that. Now let's move on. Elizabeth Osei, Eno says, Papa, please don't hesitate to let me know as soon as possible, please. You want to know exactly what you are to do for me so that I'll do whatever that you inquire of the Lord, right? Now, Eno, you do one thing, and the one thing, you do it in a public space, maybe in an honoring gathering. You must come in with your cloth and carry me at your back. Mami nkatwi eno di obeye no beya mami wo bedwam ebia ye program bia oba o den tuma fresh and tuma gold color and tuma gold color o de be ba oba o de me opatafuo be se echi odi mi share chire wia na me de mpe mayama. Okay, let's get back to business as well. Okay, Kwadwo Asante, salute you as well. Salute you as well. I believe you're also doing great. Now let's move on. We've got a lot of messages. Now another message coming from Nene J says, in the days of old, God raised a prophet one at a time. Why is it that in this era there are so many prophets everywhere? Okay, now the reason why that we have a lot of prophets in this end time is that majority of the people who claim to be prophets, they themselves, they don't know their calling. Why? Because they have tried to categorize the ability of seeing as a prophet. Even if they are a revelator, they claim to be a prophet. Now, when it comes to the corridors of Africa, especially Ghana, Nigeria, and its environs, everybody who sees is a prophet. Now, when you go to church and there is a woman or a guy over there who has been fortunate to be found wealthy, to be gifted with the giftings of the prophetic, now they tend to call themselves as a prophet. That is why you see a lot of people calling themselves prophet. But as time goes by, you realize that claiming to be a prophet, at some point, you are not worth it. That is why we have a lot of prophets. The fact that you can see spiritually and prophesy, it doesn't mean you are a prophet. The fact that you can see spiritually and prophesy, it doesn't mean that you are a prophet. The prophetic office is different. The seer office is different. The revelator is different. The dreamer is also different. Now, let's take Joseph, for instance. If Joseph was to be in this end time, having been bestowed upon with the giftings of being able to interpret dreams and receive information through the dream state, Joseph would have gone about claiming to be a prophet. This is what is happening in this end time. Everybody is claiming to be a prophet. So, as I speak with you, how many of these so-called people who claim to be prophets are real? At a point, you claim you are a prophet. At a point, when the gods or the princes of our Father decides to test you with an exam coming directly from the corridors of a prophet, this is where you people you start falling. You can't say you are a prophet when you haven't been prepared. It took our Father 40 years to prepare Moses. When our Father called Moses into office, he was 40 years as a then. After being taught and schooled by the Midian priest, whose daughter happens to be the wife of Moses, it took him 40 years to prepare Moses. So 48 years before Moses was released to go out there and lead the sheep out there, it took 40 years of God's good time, earthly time, to prepare Moses. So you don't just go about and start seeing visions, then you start claiming you're a prophet and stuff like that. The prophetic office comes with a lot. It comes with a lot of responsibilities. It comes with a lot of burdens. It comes with a lot of tests, exams. You must be rest assured that you are called by that office. So that is it. Okay, Nana Jane, you must get that. Aaron says, Papa, please come. You explain further. Ye are gods, but ye shall die like mere men. Our understanding are opening. Please, you can. You should also go ahead. Where exactly did you hear this? Is it the one written in the Bible or what? Let me know. Okay, thank you very much. Ebenezer Dunya says, please, Papa, in the celestial world, who is OPATAFUOR and his nature? My goodness, you want to know whom OPATAFUOR is? Really? Okay. I will find time, and as time goes on, I'm not supposed to. At a point, I'll show you my identity, and at a point, I will not show you. You are supposed to define me by whom I am, and you must be able to piece certain informations together and be able to to see who I am. That is why somehow along the when Jesus was with his apostles, he used to ask them, "How do you see me? What exactly do people say I am?" These were some of the informations that Jesus kept on inquiring about his inquiring from his apostles as at then. So get that. So you must be able to tell me. Okay, Opera for the covenant boss, can you please explain? Mariam, with all due respect, what covenant box are you talking about? Please. What covenant box are you talking about? What covenant box are you people talking about? Please, with all due respect. With all due respect. So you must understand. Marian, what covenant box are you talking about? Please, with all due respect. Exodus 37. And the Exodus 37 says what? Is it the Ark of the Covenant or what? Is it the Ark of the Covenant that the Spirit of the Lord instructed Moses to engineer or what? Is that what you were talking about, Marian? Okay. Okay, Mariam. You see, you must be understand that the covenant box or the Ark of the Covenant was carrying a sacred object. And each of the objects that these Ark of the Covenant was carrying, as a matter of fact, was very holy, and it has something definitive. When it says something is having a definitive agenda, it means it was not just being instructed. Moses was not just instructed to manufacture that particular object, but the reasons why the Spirit instructed Moses to go about manufacturing that particular covenant box was because, one, the entire Jewish or the Israelites, they were not having a landing point for the Spirit of God. At a point, when you read the Bible clearly, you could see that anytime the Spirit of God descends, it goes directly into the Holy of Holies. And the Holy of Holies, it was designed in a special way with certain special features, special element, special ornament, special ingredients. This is where frankincense, myrrh, spikenard, and things of that sort was instructions was given to Moses to look into among the Israelites who has special knowledge in preparation of those cosmetic objects or materials, so that they will take spikenard, frankincense, myrrh, and stuff like that, and they will take it through process and manufacture an ointment. The ointment was in the form of a perfume. I've already told you that every spirit here on earth has a special perfume that they like. So it will be in a state of, it will be in a better way when you are trying to call onto a particular spirit, and then you tend to anoint yourself, and then within the giving space where you expect the spirit to appear with that particular material or that incense or ointment as well. So the covenant box was actually serving as a landing point. Now, the landing point, it necessarily means that where you want God to rest when you call unto him. Now, let's take this particular phone for instance. This phone that I'm holding, let's take this for instance. Let's assume that you want to get connected to OPATAFUOR and you're living in America. How do you get to me? I must get a landing point. And this particular phone is a landing point. You cannot just go about buying a chip and the chip will start working by itself. It doesn't work like that. So the chip will be placed in this particular phone. And by courtesy of how the phone was programmed, once you put the chip in, it will help bring out the purpose and the agenda of how the chip was probably created for. So this is a landing point if you want to get connected to OPATAFUOR and everybody that you want to get connected to through the electronic medium. This is one of the landing points. So you see, the Ark of the Covenant was serving as a landing point. Do you expect the Spirit of the Lord to hang in the air when he decides to descend from the heavens and pay you people a visit? No, you don't expect a greater spirit of that type to be hung in the air. So they were supposed to look for an artifact, an object, which will be consecrated and be purified to become holy, where the Father will descend and inhabit to engage with his people. So probably because of that, the Father bestowed a knowledge onto a cherub, and the cherub flew from the celestial dimension, came down here and told Moses, gave him an instructions as how to go about to manufacture the Ark of the Covenant. Now, after that, there were some spiritual directions or rituals that were performed in regards to the Ark of the Covenant, which will tend to purify the Ark of the Covenant, because during the preparation of the Ark of the Covenant, it passed through the hands of so many people, some engineers and blacksmiths and stuff like that, people who went about to manufacture the Ark of the Covenant. These people were not holy as are then. So there was some kind of a spiritual directions that Moses performed to clean off the negative energy to which the Ark of the Covenant might have been contacted. So the reason why they placed two cherub facing each other, spreading their wings, was because that is exactly how the throne of our Father looks like. Anytime that he sits on the throne rests on the shoulder. If you have been fortunate to visit the celestial dimension, you realize that the throne of God rests on the shoulder of two cherubs, very powerful cherubs, to which they are highly unapproachable. You can't approach them. They are very powerful. Once you attempt to approach those cherubs who are carrying the throne of our Father, they will incinerate you or total annihilation. So get that. So the idea, the narrative of how the Ark of the Covenant was manufactured, it came directly from the higher dimension as how the things of God is being carried out in heaven. Now, with the two objects that were placed in the Ark of the Covenant, one was a pot and one was a rod. The rod was signifying leadership. The rod was signifying leadership. There was a particular rod to which the higher heavens instructed Moses to manufacture by using gold and silver to produce that particular rod. And that rod was signifying leadership. And that was the rod of the tribe of Judah. That rod was being manufactured to wait for the Messiah. Now, the pot that was placed, there was a small pot that God instructed Moses to manufacture. The small pot, by using silver and gold to produce that particular pot. The pot also signifies God's sustenance. In no matter what, God will sustain you. That is why at a point when God decided to rain manna, God told Moses to pick samples of the manna and place it in the pot. What exactly does that mean? It means that God's sustenance will become abundant in the life of the Israelites as far as they keep onto their faith by not going astray and then living an awkward life just like that. Once they decide to serve our Father in due diligence, the grace of our Father will become sufficient enough. So this was the narrative about the Ark of the Covenant. The reasons why the higher heavens instructed Moses to produce the Ark of the Covenant. They produced the Ark of the Covenant to be serving. It was being used to serve as a landing point, as a station where when the Spirit of God descends down, having the perception of engaging with his people, that is the landing point where the Spirit of God will stay before engaging with his people. So that was the whole issue. So get that. Okay. Aaron Bagbo says, Papa, please. You are talking about Psalm 82, verse 6. Well, this particular quotation explains about the 72 princes who were having the ability of immortality, right? They were created as gods. I've already told you that when our Father created everything, at a point, he created some beings who were gods, but in the higher heavens, we call them princes. They were the 72 princes who were actually bearing the name of our Father. And they were being stationed on this particular earth to take in charge of certain territories. Now, after our Father, the El Elyon, sharing among the nations and entrusting the nations into the care of his sons, at a point, they became jealousy and decided to go contrary to the rules of engagement by refuting the voice of our Father. And probably because of that, it triggered war in heaven, where the power that was given to the 72 princes, which makes them immortals, at a point, our great Father decided to take that particular favor from them. And when he assembled them, he told them point blank that because of their greedy and petty jealousy, a time is coming. They will die. They will be destroyed as mere mortals. We were created as mortals, but these princes were created as immortals. But because of their inability to pay respect to the voice of their Father, and by heeding to their evil agendas, the Father took that ability from them. So no matter what happened, they were expelled from the entire heavens, where they don't have the opportunity to ascend back home. So apart from the 200 watchers who were sent to come and take care of this particular earth, whom among them were in the likes of Shemyaza, Azazel, and all these entities. When you read the book of Enoch, it speaks a lot about those entities as well. Now, apart from these 200 watchers who found the daughters of men so tantalizing and attracting, where they decided to engage with these daughters of men on the level of intimacy. So get that. After these 200 watchers, the next individuals who fell from the grace were the 72 princes of our Father. So within the context, when our Father called all these 72 princes into order, he sat among them. That is why it is written in the book of Psalms that our Father is seated among gods and he is judging them. He is judging them on what basis? He is judging them based on the individual shortcomings and the sins they have committed. So get that. So these entities that you are referring to, God decided, or our Father decided, to punish them. And that action was executed by the first among the 24 elders. So get that. Thank you very much. Let's move on. If you have any question, let's move on in case if you have any questions as well. In case if you have any questions, please, you can as well leave it at the comment section. Okay, now Godfrey Adujemfi says, the grace here, OPATAFUOR, good evening. Can you explain to us? There's nothing new under the sun. Yes, of course. When we say there is nothing new under the sun, we are trying to tell you that what exactly will happen that it has not happened before. Tell me, what exactly that will happen in this end time that it has probably not happened in the olden days? It has happened. It has happened. So there is nothing new. There's nothing new. All the experiences that we are walking through here on earth, it has already happened. Today, if you are telling me that you have lost your wife, you have lost your husband, it is not a new thing. Our forefathers, in the likes of Abraham, Methuselah, and the staff, in the likes of those people, they also lost their beloved ones. So today, if your beloved has taken the bucket, it is nothing new under the sun. Now, let's move on. If you say OPATAFUOR is a false prophet, with all my teachings and stuff, if you still go ahead and tell me in the face that you are a false prophet, it is nothing new. Because even Jesus himself, they told Jesus that he is using the spirit of Beelzebub. So there is nothing new under the sun. All the things we are experiencing, it has already happened before. Now, today, if we are fighting the cause of homosexuality and stuff like that, the LGBTQ, if we are fighting all these things, this isn't the first time. Now, let me take you back memory lane. When you read the Sodom and Gomorrah, what led to their destruction? It was this particular act that they went about exhibiting that led to their destruction. So these things that we have been fighting and worrying ourselves that the president should sign the this and that, whatever that happens, it is never new. If you go about chastising, lambasting people, sabotaging people, gossiping about people, jeopardizing them, it is never new. Now, let me tell you, if you are a pastor and your subordinates, they have conspired against you, your junior pastors have conspired against you, it is nothing new. Because Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, all these three guys were the junior pastors of Moses. At a point, they claimed superiority in regards of their godfather Moses. They said Moses was weak. Moses was not able to perform miracles again. So all the powers has been bestowed upon them. And they went about dividing the church, creating confusions in the church, a confusion that was actually serving their interest as well. So all these things, today, if you are going through the same thing where your younger pastor has broke out of the church and your younger pastor is fighting you, hiding behind scenes to instigate insight, telling people things they are not supposed to hear, it is not anything new. It has already happened to our predecessors. Now, if your spiritual father is fighting you, it is not anything new. Now, let's go back to the scriptures. Do you remember the small guy who was instructed to go to the Bethel? That guy who was instructed by God to go to Bethel and then destroy Bethel because of their ways were not found worthy in the sight of our Father. Have you remembered that guy? And so, whose in the latter end his ways were manipulated by the prophet of Bethel when he went ahead and then traced this young guy. When he had left the city, he traced him to where he was and told the guy that the Lord has spoken to him that he should return and then enjoy himself in the city. Meanwhile, the Lord has already instructed the guy that when he gets to the city, he shouldn't make an attempt to even take a sip of water in the city. But this particular senior minister, out of petty jealousy, because if you being a prophet and you are living in a town and you have sat there for a different pastor to come all the way from somewhere to render the city apart, it means you are not genuine. So a lot of people were pointing fingers at him and he didn't like it. He was not comfortable with it. So he had to devise strategies and means to bring this guy down. And these things has been the norms of the day. It is happening. It is happening. So when you go to work and somebody is fighting you at your job center, whether you are a legal luminary, a medical expert, you are a judge, you are a barrister, you are a teacher, a lecturer, a professor, whoever, you are a student, whatever confrontation that you're having or facing right now, let me tell you, this isn't the first time. It has already happened to people. So there is nothing new under the sun. If you have lost your investment, I'm sorry, you are not the only person who happens to have lost his or her investment the first time. It has already happened to people several times. So there is nothing new under the sun. Let's move on. Let's get back to business. Oh, my goodness. So please, if you have any questions, with all due respect, you can as well leave it at the comment section for me. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing. What is happening that it has not happened before? Today, if your wife is maltreating you, do you think you are the only first person that has been ever been maltreated by his wife before? No, I'm sorry, you are not the first person. Yes, even Abraham, who was carrying a promise and had an agenda to establish a nation here on earth, he was being fought by his own wife. So please. Okay, Naneja says, Papa, what happened? Papa, please. What prompted the serpent to bring humanity down through Eve in Adam's absence rather than through Adam himself? We know very well that women are very weak and it's not easy to deceive a man. But women, there is three things. There are three things that characterize women as very weak. And most of the time, when the enemy wants to trap somebody, especially if the person is a woman, these are the three major things that the devil deploys in getting hold of women. One is greediness. The greediness, the greedy nature of women is beyond. So if a woman is able to control herself regarding that, it is not easy to win her and then destroy her. Women are greedy, very, very greedy, excessively greedy. Two, they are jealousy, their jealous nature. Women are extremely jealous, and probably because of that, it tends to make them to behave in an uncomfortable way. The jealous nature of women is sometimes push them to react in an uncomfortable way. Sometimes their attitude and everything becomes highly unprecedented, probably because of their jealous nature. Their jealousy is not measured. With a little thing, they become jealous of it. You see, with a little thing, they become jealous of it. You see, and then the last thing is that women are beings who don't have that mind to synthesize complex issue. There are so many women, about 90. When you place 100 women on a scale, about 90% of them, they don't think before they react. They react, and after that, they sit down and then question their actions. So if a woman is able to master these three things that I've made mention, I'm telling you that it is not easy to bring that particular woman down. They are not able to think deeply. They react. Imagine having a girlfriend, then she pays a visit to you. Now, in the course of the process, maybe she discovers that you have another fiancé. Then all of a sudden, she gets triggered. And in the midst of your quarrels, then she will decide to destroy all the things in the house. Destroy the television, destroy the radio set, destroy everything. In fact, she would tear everything down. Then after that, she went back and then sits down, starts giving it a second thought. Then she realized that she has really fucked up. Excuse me for my language. She has really messed up. Then she would throw herself into weeping, just like that. You see, they don't think. I'm not saying it's all women, but majority of the women, they don't necessarily think. They don't have that patience to sit down to synthesize over complex issues. That is why Bible says women must be guided at all time. If you don't guide them, they will mess up. The things they will do. Sometimes you'll be shocked. And since there is a saying that majority carries the votes, then if 100 women, 90% are of that nature, then majority of them will carry the vote. That's why, because of the majority nature, it tends to give us that rightful authorization to go out and say that women are weaker vessels. So that's the whole issue. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. So let's move on to, in case we have any message, you can as well leave it. Women, they are greedy. They are very greedy. That is why nothing satisfies them. Women, nothing satisfies them. You can give them 100 billion euros with less responsibilities. The next morning, you just give them $1. They will still accept it. Do you know the reason why some women, their image, their spirit, their destinies are being destroyed? All these things are being destroyed because of their greedy nature. Some of them, they don't have the ability to resist certain gifts. There are certain gifts that when they give it to you, it serves as a trap where it creates a loophole through which the devil will use to hunt you. So, OPATAFUOR, I'm not a type who goes about accepting gifts anyhow, because there are certain gifts, when you accept it, it will create a loophole. It will create a loophole. You see, women don't have that ability to resist and throw off certain gift, having the courage to tell somebody that I don't like this. You see? So it goes on and on to affect women every now and then. So that's the whole issue. So get that. So let's move on. Now, one thing that Hagar says, Papa, please, the spray direction. I know if I am to show you the number of sprays that I have here, you'll be shocked. If I am to show you the number of sprays that I have here, even in my office. Mariam says, Papa, without women, men cannot live. That is how you think. That is how you think. That is how you, Mariam, you think. And it is never true. It is never true. That perception that you have, it is never and never true. Though we all agreed and we accept the fact that women are wealthy and are profound in the sight of our Father, and at a point you can't function within certain corridors. You can't function within certain corridors unless you have women. These same very women are tools of mass destruction. These very women are weapons of mass destruction. Every big man in this world whose end was brought mercilessly, just like that, it was through women. Samson through women. Abraham through women. Every big man, every big spirit. In fact, let me cut across. Every big spirit, every big spirit whose end was brought, whose power was highly incapacitated, such happened because of a woman. So a woman is like a gun. A woman is like a gun. The gun will turn to protect you. But I'm telling you that when you stay loose, this very same gun will shoot you down. So a woman, in my own definition, is a delicate object. When we say a delicate object, it means a sensitive one, very sharp than the razor blade. So don't say a woman, a man cannot live without a woman. Don't say that. No, don't say that. Don't say that. But the perfect word to use is women has also been brought into the world to help some of the men. And indeed, some of the women are doing wonderfully well. And I'm telling you that there are some of the women that I know. In fact, they are extremely good. Extremely good. So get that, okay? Not all women are like that. Some of the women are good, some are very bad and dangerous. So women in the other side are weapons of mass destruction. Any place you see fight, a woman cause it, I'm telling you. So hey Gaba, I know some women who are very good, extremely good. They are far beyond the word good. I know some women who are very, very good. And with that, you can't discredit them. Gloria Quay says, Papa, please, why God created women then? How? I don't get it. You know, women have free will. Women have free will. And anything that is subjected to free will, God in his own infinite wisdom doesn't interfere. That is why you must make decisions for yourself. You see, in this life, I told somebody this particular statement. I said that in this life, every man has 3P. Let me tell you, P. Every man on earth has 3P. And the 3P, every man here has a purpose. And before you be able to fulfill your purpose here on earth, you must pay a price. That is another P, making it 2P. Now, the last P is a promise. Before you be able to accomplish your purpose here on earth, you need a promise. And the promise comes in the form of material things or in a form of assistance. So these are the 3P of a man. But a woman doesn't have 3P. A woman doesn't have a purpose. A woman doesn't have a purpose here on earth. A woman doesn't have a choice here on earth. A woman doesn't have a purpose. A woman doesn't have a price. A woman doesn't have a promise here on earth. And if you give me the opportunity, I'll go further and explain this to you. A woman doesn't have any purpose here on earth. A woman doesn't have a price. A woman doesn't have a promise here on earth. It is only a man that has a purpose. 2, it is only a man that has a price that he is supposed to pay. It is only a man that has a promise. If you give me the chance, I will explain. If you write it at the comment section, the OPATAFUOR, please go deeper. I will explain to you. And that is how nature is all about. So when you know these things, you know how to carry on with your life. So let's move on. Kwadwo, as Kwadwo Piasante says, Papa, go deeper. Henry Glover said, Papa, go deeper. Okay, my men are saying that I should go deeper. Okay, let me tell you this. A man was created with a specific assignment here on earth. But a woman was not created with any specific assignment. So because a woman was not created to facilitate the act of any specific assignment, a woman is eligible to 3 C's. A man is not eligible to 3 C's. C, which is 3 cube or 3 C's. Now, a woman, as you have been created, you are here to serve a chance. Every woman here on earth is serving a chance. And I will explain to you, every woman ever created by God is serving a chance. 2, out of the chances that every woman is born to serve, you make a choice out of it, making the 2C. Now, the choices that you make, there will be a consequence for your acts. So a woman is serving a chance. And what is the chance? Now, Abraham, let me use Abraham for instance. Abraham was being brought to the world to come and serve the purpose of becoming the pillar for all nations, it is through Abraham that, listen to me, it is through Abraham that so many humans will come into the world. So Abraham was brought into the world to serve the purpose of becoming the father of all nations, which probably means becoming the pillar of a new establishment. Now, because of the purpose of Abraham being brought to come and serve that purpose, a chance is created. A chance is created. So this particular chance, a woman has to occupy that space. A chance is created. Now, OPATAFUOR, with all that I have, if I decide to marry, then it means all the women in the world are eligible to apply for a wife position. So it means the day I'll say I want to marry, then that particular day, a chance is created for every woman, and every woman has the right to be OPATAFUOR's wife. So once the woman gets interlocked or legally attached to you that day, because a woman doesn't have any purpose, but rather she is here to occupy a chance or possess a chance, then a new name is given to the woman. A new name. That is why if you are called Veronica J, once you get married to a man who is called maybe Apia Samson, that day your name changes, and it changes, and you start serving the purpose of which your husband was brought here on earth. So when Abraham was brought here on earth, the agenda was to make him the father of all nations. Then because of that, a chance was created. Then who is eligible to fill in that space to make the purpose a fulfilled one? Then the woman stepped in, who is called Sarah. Then by virtue of the status of Abraham, by God changing his name from Abram to become Abraham, then because of that, Sarah name must be changed, where Sarai was changed to become Sarah. So you see, by courtesy of the purpose of Abraham, Sarah occupied that space of a chance that was created. That is why you can't marry a man and still answer to your name. You must change your name to the name of the man, which means you are serving the purpose. You are helping the man to finish his purpose here on earth, but you don't have any purpose that you are serving. So a woman makes a chance is created by a man who has a purpose here on earth. Then a woman comes in to occupy that particular space. Now, when you occupy that space, you have made a choice. That is the another C for the woman. You have made a choice. So ask yourself, as a woman, why did you marry that man that you find yourself with right now? Ask yourself. There are so many men on earth. Why did you marry that particular man you are with right now? So it's your choice. Now, out of the choice you make, there will be consequences. So if the man blows your jaw, that is the consequences of the choice you made. If you become broke, that is the consequences of the choice you have made. If your husband kills you, that is the consequences of the choice you have made. Anything that happens to you is the consequences of the choice you have made. You must understand. You must understand. anything that happens to you as a woman in a relationship is as a result of the choice you have made. Because there are so many purposes out there, opportunities out there, chances out there. Why didn't you choose among those chances, but rather you objected to one particular chance? So many men. If you understand, so the reason why a woman is simply doesn't have a purpose here on earth, but rather she tends to become a soulmate, a helper of a man that has a vision, and the vision is a purpose. So when you get yourself attached to any man and the man destroys your life, it's your own cup of tea. It's a choice you made in life. If you understand what I'm saying. So by virtue of the Bible saying that a woman is the helper of a man, means the man must have a purpose for the woman to come and help. You must understand. The man must have a purpose for the woman to come and help. That is why you can't marry a woman and still answer to your name. How can you be legally bound to a man, then you call yourself the old name your parents give it to you? It doesn't work like that. So they said that a woman is the helper of a man. What exactly is the man here to fulfill? That is why he needs a help. Tell me. Because if I'm here not to fulfill anything, it means I don't need any help. I'll be walking like an aimless man here on earth, a foolish one at that. So you must understand, this is a logic reasoning. Sometimes you tend to garnish certain things and it will look as if this and that, but that is the reality. A woman doesn't have a purpose, but the purpose of every woman being brought to this world is the purpose of the man that he marries. She marries, sorry for my language. Let's imagine this. Every man that you are legally bound to, you are being brought to this world to help the man to fulfill his dream. That is why when you marry a woman, she is no more an ordinary woman, but rather the woman is your soulmate. The woman is your soulmate. Your soulmate. And she is into your life to help you. You must understand. You must understand. Do you think if the woman was having a purpose, the Lord would have instructed women to leave their purpose and come and help we the men? Ask yourself. If women were having purpose, God wouldn't have allowed them to leave their purpose to come and serve we the men and tell women that women should be our helper. In that case, ask yourself, you must sit yourself down and ask yourself questions. If the man is not having any purpose to be served, why am I going into his life as a helper? Say, very man only jume die bia obedi no asase so a edie be ntina me kɔ na brabom akwakoye boafo. Yesi be ma seso boafo ene oba enti die ntina me kɔye boafo. Ne se be ma no wa adwuma bia odi. A simple logic. We in the dimatem and can't so OPATAFUOR or on per massem. You see, don't ascribe certain definitions to me, because sometimes it's just that you are naive. You are not that knowledgeable, and you are not allowing yourself to be fed with information or knowledge, and that is it. Ask yourself, why did God made you women helpers if I don't have a purpose to be served? Ask yourself. Now, Ebenezer Jr. says, so Papa, please, can one say that women are not obligated to get married? Let me tell you, marriage is a privilege, not mandatory. It's not an obligatory thing. Marriage is a privilege. It's a privilege. Awariye eyakwenya nenyenhye. Sana wasa otiase awariye enyenhye eyakwenya akwenya. Se nyame ya wadom na unya oba papa bi bema papa bi a eyakwenya ene wanya na emom enyenhye. You must understand life. So women in life, every woman will help. Once you decide to enter into marriage, every woman will help a single man to fulfill his purpose. And by virtue of that, that woman becomes a sole partner of that particular man. Get that? By virtue of that. That is why Bible says women are helpers. They are destiny helpers. And destiny, in other words, is called purpose. Women are purpose helpers. That is why the chances that has been created in the system is so plenty. So out of the chances, because this is another woman. Let me tell you this. You see this? You see these two phones. Now, pay attention to my illustration. Pay attention to my illustration. This pen is a man. This phone is a man. This phone is another man. Now, these are three men being created into the world. Now, these three men, each among them has a purpose to serve here on earth. And based on the purpose, they have created an opportunity, which is a chance. This is Abraham. This is Noah. And this is Samson. Now, Samson was brought to eradicate the enemies of Israelites, which happens to be the Philistines. So that is the purpose of Samson. The purpose of Abraham was to become a pillar for all nations. The purpose of Noah was to become a leader, to preach the gospel and direct the heart of the people to God again, since they have gone astray. Say, you must understand. So, out of these three purposes, an opportunity is created. And the opportunity that has been created, it's like in the form of a chance. And we all know that an opportunity is a chance. A chance has been created. So we need a woman to fill that particular space in the lives of these three men. So, out of these three men, you say you marry Noah. It is a choice. You have objected to marry Noah, objecting in for Noah. Now, the question in here is that, why didn't you marry Abraham, but you went to marry Noah? In that sense, it means you, this woman, you have married by making a choice. The woman, you have made your choice. So out of the choice you make, whatever that will come out, it is consequences. It is consequences. You must understand. This is biological reason. Don't say Opatafuor doesn't like women. You see, sometimes some of you people, you don't sit down and think. You don't sit down and think. You just go about making noise and making unnecessary statements just like that. Sit yourself down. Why did you marry a nurse? Why did you marry a medical doctor? Why did you marry a judge? Why did you marry a politician? Why did you marry a pastor? Why did you marry a businessman? Why did you do all these things? You did so on your own peril. You did so in your own peril, in the essence that since you married a medical doctor, you had the right to marry a judge. Why didn't you do that? It's a choice. It's a choice that you made. It's a choice that you made. It's a choice that you have made for yourself. So every man, a chance is created. With every man, a chance is created. With every man, a chance is created for a woman to fulfill. And now, there is no a compulsory thing. There is no a compulsory thing in here that this space that has been created by force, it is Abner who is supposed to fill that space. No. A fear too can fill it, depending on their intellect, their abilities. You must understand this. Unless you decide, say, I want to say, what you say? Until every man here on earth has 3P, but not a woman. Every man here on earth must pay a price before you'll be able to get your promise to fulfill your purpose. And every woman here has a chance. So if you marry a man who is broke, are you not a woman? You also have the right to package yourself and marry a man who has money. But you said you like broke man. It's a choice that you have made out of the chances that has been presented to you. And anything that comes out of it is what we call consequence. Now, the other way around. As a woman, why did you marry a rich man? Knowing fully well that a broke man is there. But you say you like a rich man. So the consequences that comes out of it, it affects you directly or indirectly. So every woman here, you have a chance. You pick out of the chances. It's a choice. Out of the choice, you gain or earn yourself a consequence. These two, am I not making sense? With all the explanation, you say, you still go ahead and say you are not making sense. So, by virtue of the chance that a man has created for a woman to occupy, when the woman becomes helpful, she tends to become your soulmate. That is why a woman must be flexible at all times. A woman must be flexible at all times. Flexible not in the physical texture, but flexible in your mind, flexible in attitude and emotions as well. You must possess that adaptability skill so that when you meet any man, you'll be able to adjust your system to suit the taste of that particular man. That is what we call flexible. You must be flexible, not in the essence of physical texture, but you must be flexible in your mind in your attitude. You must be soft, not rigid. You must make sure you are willing to release all negative energies you have acquired. You must be willing to let it go off. Then reprogram yourself to adapt a new skill to live with your husband who was trained in her husband. I'm talking in respect of the women. You were not trained in your husband's house. You were trained in your father. You were trained in your mother's house. Wherever that you stayed to grow, that is exactly where you were trained. But when you met your husband, you were supposed to make some adjustment. You were supposed to make some adjustment. So marriage is not a mandatory thing. And it's when we say it's not mandatory, it's not compulsory. Now, when you write exams, they'll tell you these are compulsory questions. Marriage is a privilege. Aware enyenhye nimum eyakwanya. Eyakwanya say, "Eh, mesumatimi aware. Me hia oba bia me kra hwehwe no. A me fi say die ntia me ba asase we so no. Obetimi aboa me, ama matimi afofele." Nti oba ye berima soso boafo. Ne seso boafo ne say, "Berima no bibi nti ene yese beboa no." Eye bibi nti mame nkatwi kakra. Berima no bibi nti ne yese beboa no. Nti ne yese oba bia wo asase we so bia no. Oye berima eseso boafo. Eti so wale lawyer ni a. O koboa na ma ne lawyer na ye yie. O ware osofo a. O boa na ma ne sofo dwuma na ye yie. Na matimi atwe akra age nipa nkwa. O ware politician. O boa na ma ne politics adwuma no aye yie. Nti yeso oba bia o ye Miss Malaika. O ye judge kura na ye oba. O ye berima ne seso boafo. Ne seso boafo na ye ka no. Enu nkyere se sebi oba ye ade a enye. Ni mu ma kire o se sebi enam kura enam bia asase we so de bia no bonye no ta ho. Enam bia de bia bonye ta ho. Enti sene oba eye oberima seso boafo na ye yi ni firi mu a enye yie no. Saa na wa hwe yie so a obetimi abaye o seso bonsam. Saa na mpesa be kire. Enti enye se minim dia meka Yesu baaye no obekasa fa aware ho. Nti na Yesu ka kire o mo se aware enye compulsory. Aware enye compulsory. Nemum aware eye akwanya. Na mumom ana mo ayete se aware ye wake up. And one warrior, we are this, one warrior, we are that, one warrior, we are this. Yes, no man, quano crossy. And you be an bit me a worry. And you be an bit me a worry. And you be an bit me a worry. And you be a. It is said, we are abna, a quia, a cosia, a fia, a quia, a jewel, ya. Neso o warrior. E mani nyo say a warrior no e your right. A warrior your right. E your privilege. Se who say a warrior na awako no e ya akwanya obehwe so yie. But say about him say e your right because when you need to say worry. E ho na di asem ne beba no. Honor the asam ne beba no. When the problems ne beba no. Sana bema sutie. Say you say when you know we a bema and you and you're right to say oh worry oba. You are mistaken. Nemum se hu oba ne say. Eya kwanya. Ene menya oba bi say we ye meseso boafo a. Wososo. Ubehwe ni yi. Na Ube sacrifice edi aboa oba no oba no so atimi agina wachi na de wo ye no watimi ama na wie paye nemom de also oti ase ne se de ye wo emma ye seso boafo no saa ne ye wo ma ye seso bonsam eno de na ka kire o mpe ma asem kura amaka ye wo ma ye seso bonsam ye wo emema so a sɛdeɛ yɛse wo ɔbaa kɔboa bɛrima na ɔntimi mfɔfele purpose no yɛ ɔbɛrima bi wɔ abrabɔ yi mu a oni purpose biara because akwa we wɔ purpose a nka deɛ ɔyɛ no ka ɔnyɛ da yɛ ɔbɛrima bi wɔ oni purpose biara nti wo ɔbaa na odi n'akyi no wo ne wo 10 wo ne wo 5 ama wo agu kwa because akwa no na akwa no oni purpose wo so odi n'akyi the way a ukuni wo sikika ne nsɛm nti wo fi sɛ ɔ purpose and kɔbɛkeka ne nsɛm saa nti saa na wo bɛrima no so no ɔbaa no so hwɛ yie na wankɔdi bɛrima a ɔnni gyinaeɛ biara akyi wɔ abrabom nti bɛrima bi a ɔbaa bi a ɔbɛkɔ akɔdi bɛrima bi akyi abra bɛrima no nni agyinaeɛ biara no ɛyɛ wo choice na ɔmɛki yɛ ɛnyɛ me na meka kyerɛ wo sɛ kɔdi saa bɛrima no akyi nti at the end of the day wo life yɛ useless a ɛyɛ wo consequence no nti 3cc ɔbaa biara wɔ ccc bɛrima biara wɔ ppp ɛyɛ party a yɛ join no ɛyɛ party a yɛ join no bɛrima biara join ppp party ɔbaa biara join ccc party o say we so OPATAFUOR yɛ false prophet ɔnyɛ papa OPATAFUOR ɛnka no korɛ the lack of knowledge my people perish. Oh my goodness. You want to learn, right? You want to learn. Okay. Oh, na ɛmaa no asɛm ayɛ din bi sɛ mɔrɛ aho ana ɛmaa yi oh ɛmaa yeah awurade. That is why they actually stoned Jesus and said Jesus is evil because Jesus was talking trash. They stoned Jesus. Now let's see exactly what Jesus said about marriage, so that it will not be as if I'm the one acting based on hearsay. Now, Mamenka Sembichro, even our forefathers, they knew this. That is why they gave a proverb which goes like Oba ototua etwebema dem meboa Oba ototua etwebema bu Oba enti said the Oba obeko school obeye dien the Oba beye wasasi su bia no at the end of the day saa ni nim die no wo nyina no ye de o de koboa oberima enti eno ni etuo no the Oba benya no wasasi su bia ye ni tuo but ono onfa mbo ono an ho bra o de kosom obema de me kyerɛ ate ase asantefo sɛ Oba totu etwene bema bo ana etwene bema dem so should I go ahead or I should stop? Should I go ahead and I'm enjoying? Oh, OPATAFUOR. Should I continue or I should stop? Women, all right. Tomorrow you see them saying Opatafuor has disrespected women. Women and disrespect, like 2 and 3. Now, let's see exactly what Jesus actually said about marriage. I want you to understand certain things. Matthew chapter 19, verse 4 to 6. Matthew chapter 19, verse 4 to 6. Now, this is exactly what Jesus said. Listen to me. I'm reading the English version, and probably I will go ahead and read the Tree version as well. And this is it. Now, verse verse now, please, with all due respect, let me start from verse 1. Matthew chapter 19, verse 1 to 6. Matthew chapter 19, verse 1 to 6. This is it. And it came to pass that when Jesus had finished these sayings, he departed from Galilee and came into the coast of Judea beyond Jordan. And great multitude followed him, and he healed them all. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him. Listen to what I'm saying. The Pharisees also came to him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Is it lawful for you to divorce your wife? As a man, is it lawful? Listen to what Jesus said about marriage. They came to Jesus and asked him, is it lawful to divorce your wife? And this is it. He says, and he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? Okay, verse 5. And said, for this cause shall a man leave the father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and the twain shall be one flesh. Now, verse 6. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God had joined together, let not man put asunder. Now, verse 7, they say unto him, why did Moses then commanded to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your heart, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committed adultery. And whoso married her which is put away doeth commit adultery. His disciples say unto him, if the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry. But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this message, or cannot receive this saying, save they to whom it is given. For there are some Enochs which were so born from their mother's womb, and there are some Enochs which were made Enochs of men, and there be Enochs which have made themselves Enochs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. He that is able to receive it, let him receive. This was the message that Jesus gave about marriage. This was the message that Jesus gave about marriage. This was the message that Jesus gave about marriage. So now let's read the tree. Now, Yesu na eba se Yesu wie nsemi nyina ka no ofiri Galilea na oba Judea ahye so Jordan agya na enkrofo akuakuo pii di nachi na osa won yade wo ho. Verse 3 or say na Pharisee ba ne nche be so no hwe. Listen to me. Omo shada the aware question eba be so hwe ni ahwese wo ye intelligent ana wo be kasa ti aware na omanya wa bo kwadu said the anumere mu ye me no na mo bo me kwadu wi ama be kase opatafuo mfiri nyame because opatafuo e kasa ti aware ebi kura nsida se megina baabi akasa ti aware ene na me mfiri agya no enyame so betua meka na mo hunu se ade a ema nipa nkwa no bonsam na ni bere o so tiase enti wa hwe ye di 6 ebe da no 9 sana mpesa bi kyerɛw yɛnto aso verse 3 say na Pharisee no ba ne nkyɛn be so no hwɛ obi wɔ ho kwan sɛ asɛm biara nti ogya na yere ana ɔmo hyɛ da bi busa Yesu ɛhwɛ awaregya ye ho ensɛm no busa Yesu sɛ owura yɛ pa kyɛw bibi nti somebody says, sorry, I don't understand. Are you speaking Igbo? Please, very soon I'll bounce back and then speak English, okay? I've already read the message in the English language. I'm translating into a local language for the other peoples too, okay? Thank you very much. So very soon, stay tuned. Don't change the channel as well. Don't lose focus. Pay attention. Now, this is it. Or say, omu bebusa Yesu se enti Yesu una omankwa de wobeka afa aware ho no ena ye fine minim se bebreji midi omu ji opatafuo di minim se obi bekwa koye argument no aka se opatafuo kra se ana me sofo opatafuo se etitie de me ka kyerɛw afa aware ho na ombe so Yesu hwɛ ena om se bibi nti ye wo ho kwan se ye gya ye yere ana bibi nti die pa de be ma yetimi ye gya ye yere se me ne oba aware misi me gya no na die ntia ana Yesu ka asem bi verse 4 o say na obuase won se monken kan se efiri fiti ase no o say efiri fiti ase no de obo nipa no oberima ne oba oye wo tieni you infitiase no de obo nipa no obo ba ne bema which means Yesu person o kyerɛw sɛ untimi ware mienu ba ko na abɛware infitiase no satam ahemfo no so ana ɛwɔ hɔ nyina obi awale 2233 ebi girlfriends 14 na no na ba ko yɛ rough and wagya no and Yesu say bibi nti monkenkan sɛ mfitiaseɛ no ɔbɔ bɛrima ne bɛrima ɔbɛrima ne ɔbaa nti baako pɛ na abɛtumi aware yɛntoa so verse 5 ɛna ɔka sɛ yɛn nti ɛna onipa bɛgya na agya ne na hɔ na ɔde ne ho akɔfam ne yere ho na wɔn baanu no abɛyɛ honam korɔ nti sɛ ututu nan ɛkɔware a ɔbaa no ɔnyɛ ɔhɔhoɔ biem ɔnyɛ manfrani biem ɔyɛ ɔhonam ɔbaa no nyɛ manfrani biem ɔyɛ ɔhonam afei tie na verse 6 was enti na wɔn na so nyɛ baanu biem na mmom ɔyɛ honam korɔ enti deɛ Onyankopɔn de abɔ mu no mma onipa bi ntitimu tie ni yo ɔse enti die Onyankopɔn de abɔ mu no ɛma onipa bi ntitim enipa bi ɔde die onyankopɔn abom ɛbɛtitim biara no ɔbɛtitim biara saa nipa no onya asomdwie wɔ abrabom adeɛ onyankopɔn aka bom wotitimu a na kwan a onyankopɔn fa so ɛka bom no mɛkyerɛ waseɛ ɛnɛ. Now verse 7 wɔka kyerɛ no sɛ na adɛn na Mose hyɛ sɛ wɔma awaregyaeɛ nwoma na onyae no na ɔse wɔn sɛ mo akomaden nti na Mose maa mo kwan sɛ munyaa mo yerenom na efiri mfitiaseɛ no anka ɛnte saa tie nie. Enti Farisifoɔ no busaa Yesu sɛ owura adɛn na wosi sɛ biribi yɛntimi nyaa yɛ yere a adɛn na Mose tie nie Mose ɛmaa sɛ yɛwɔ ho kwan sɛ yɛgyaa yɛ yerenom ɛna Yesu kaa sɛ yakomaden nti underline the word akomaden yakomaden nti na Mose maa yɛn sɛ yɛwɔ ho kwan sɛ yɛgyaa yɛ yerenom nanso mfitiaseɛ no na nte saa mfitiaseɛ na nte saa yɛntoa so enti fa hyɛ otim sɛ mɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu akomaden ɛna deɛ onyame aka bom two underline word. Now verse 9 ɔse enti mese mo sɛ ɛnyɛ adwamammɔ nti na obi gyaa ne yere na ɔware foforɔ a na wasɛe awareɛ na deɛ ɔbɛware deɛ wagyaa no nso so asɛe awareɛ. Verse 10 asuafoɔ no see no sɛ onipa ne yere ntam asɛm te saa deɛ a na ɛnsɛ sɛ yɛware tie nie. ɛhɔ na Peter sɔre yɛ sɛ paa na awareɛ tie deɛ a ɛneɛ ɛho hia sɛ yɛware ɛno so mɛkyerɛ ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ awareɛ so ni mfasoɔ. Verse 11 ɔse na ɔka kyerɛ wɔn sɛ ɛnyɛ nipa nyinaa na ɛbɛtumi agye asɛm yi gye wɔn a wɔde ama wɔn, which means it's not everybody that can receive instructions about marriage or can receive what Jesus is actually talking about. ɛnyɛ nipa nyinaa na ɛbɛtumi agye nyɛ obia na ɛbɛtumi agye awareɛ ho nsɛm. Verse 2 wɔ se na nipa bi wɔ hɔ a wɔntumi nware tie ne yie nipa bi wɔ hɔ a ɔntumi nware a wɔwo wɔn saa firi wɔn na yam wɔse nipa bi wɔ hɔ a ɔntumi nware na deɛ nti a wɔntumi nware no yɛwo wɔn firi wɔn maame yam nti yɛwo no ɔni animonyam wɔ awareɛ mu nti ɛden ma no nti nya de ɔbɛware ti asase wei so ɛnyɛ obiara na bɛware. Now wɔse na ebinom nso wɔ hɔ a enipa na ayɛ wɔn saa tie nie yɛwɔ ebinom nso enipa na ayɛ wɔn saa nti wɔntumi nware ɛdi ntia mɛkyerɛ wo mu. Na ɔse sɛ na ebinom nso ɛwɔ hɔ a wɔsoro ahenni nti ɛna wɔayɛ wɔn ho saa ɔsoro ahenni nti na wɔn ayɛ wɔn ho saa deɛ obetumi agye no ma no ngye. This is what Jesus said. Ti ma me nkyerɛkyerɛ mu. 1 ɔso obi wɔ hɔ a yɛwɔ ne saa nti nyɛ obiara na betumi aware abɛbrɛsɛ atete kan hunu sɛ me se bɛrima bia wɔ botaeɛ a wɔde te asase wei so na bɛrima bia botaeɛ no before so obetumi agyina ama ne botaeɛ no awie pɛyɛ no tie deɛ meka de akyerɛ wo no agye sɛ otua price ɛno ne aboadeɛ na watumi agye bɔhyɛ no ɛyɛ mmoa na watumi ama ne botaeɛ awie pɛyɛ. ɛno nti abra Mary Magdalene etu ne ho si hɔ sɛ obegyina na ɔde ne ho asi hɔ sɛ Yesu yere tie nie enka hunamani enka de wɔyɛ Yesu yere ɛna yɛ Mary no Enunti ena price ana aboade a Yesu tua ya ansana ye ma no edin a ebrutumi nyina so ne ka se ye bodi na nkotodwe ni ankoto no Yesu timi wie saa botan no because of emmoa ye nua ba ana ye maame Mary Magdalene e de boa no nti enunti ena omuchi Mary Magdalene eku no adentia because sa si ubedi Yesu achi ubeboa no na watoto ne nneoma nyina ama no na wama wawie peye na watimi adi wiase so nkunim dia ene amane a de beba Yesu so ne de bi beba wo so enti bema bi a oba bi a wohwe mi bia obeware ne bia no amane bi a beba bema no so bia no edawo oba no so we eye simple logic enti ose ye wo mema bi wo ho a omuntimi ware ema bi wo ho a omuntimi ware omufiri omo maame ye mu ba no saa na ne yaye omo enti obi wo ha ogina ho no opre no ho aware ye ho enso ada obekwa aware ye mu no obe regret unim de ntia if you say ya mowa ma aware ye nanso ewiase abusua ye firi mu ahyede a ye te ase o haw ne amane namu ne presenti sister wario na wunyini bra wario na wunyini okura wanya 35 wanya 36 wanya 37 okura ko 40 okura wo di say ye be ma pressure sa na akwa bi abe waro no wado ko bongurugu yoyo wado akotena nkran wado akotena Canada we mu animia wado ko mebo mesrama mu bumfu ya me yesi ya na mama asem na ye de na atimi akotiri Canada we animia anibia eni se odi akosi awo yi mu Germany away animia eni se odi si Germany away mu mo amuti UK abrochiri ni na ade so eni se mo de titi hoyi o eni se de bia mo hye dem yi goodness. So now let's get back. And now Jesus can say, "Ye wo ebinim wo ho a enipa na aye won sa." Unim de ntia. Obi wo ho a oye oba de bema bi di aye nti o awale kra bon aware akonitirim enti enipa na aye ne sa oba awale so ana osuro. Ye obema bi wo ho a ensem a watete afa ema ho de ono adi nani ehunu ene kwan a ema ne bi edi mema afa so no bema bi wo ho a osuro ma osuro aware because onim say ahwe ya sa na ema de beye no enti wasi Jesus say ebinom wo ho a omuntimi ware because eye nipa na aye on sa ekwan ya sister no edi bra bi afa so no afa bra ni tirim to ntimi ware ekwan ya sister bi di odo ehia bra no en kwan ya bra no de na fa so no afa sister ni tirim to no awale pa de o ya ne de on ware enu na Yesu ka no enu na Yesu ka no osi obi wo hoso so a ahinie ni ntia because of heaven obi ti say owura Yesu heaven ti ebi ti say Melchizedek oni yere obetena asase so heaven ti enipa bebre heaven ti omantimi anware sana na Yesu ka enti also hunu say sa dede na yesole a de ne namba ntamu na wunyini o ware no okura no esa so ware wo busa nyame emfa no nto nchen now osidi awurade aka bo mu obi antitim enokore de onyame aka bo mu no ene de wakoda wabɔ mpaye waye akonchene asu agu nyame so ne nyame aka kiro se bema we ye ukunu oba we ye oyere wɔsɛ saa adeɛ no eti aware a ɛwɔ Bible mu awale mmienu pɛ ɛne nyame ka bɔ mu. Aware first one ɛyɛ Isaac ne yere Rebecca ɛyɛ nyame na de ne maa no, papa ne na de ne maa no. Ɔno na Abraham bɔ mpaeɛ na osugu Awurade so sɛ Awurade ɛma ɔbaa ɔyɛ papa te sɛ Rebecca na ɔmɛware ɛyɛ Isaac. Ɛna Awurade ka kyerɛ ne sɛ ɔnsoma ɛyɛ n'akoa no na ɔnkɔ kuro a ofiri mu no, na n'akoa no duru hɔ a ɔnhome ɛwɔ abura bi ho, na saa abura no ɔbaa bi bɛba, saa ɔbaa no na ɛyɛ Isaac yere. Mepaakyɛw saa na esii pɛpɛɛpɛ. Enti saa ɔbaa wei no ɛyɛ nyame na ɛkɔhwehwɛ no ɛne ɔmaa no ka bom, ɛno de efiri Awurade nsam. Na mekɔ ayie ɛwɔ akyemfo ase, ɛna ayie n'ase mebɔ m'ani prɛprɛ ɛne m'ani ɛkɔtoo m'ani ɛkɔtɔɔ ɔbaa bi a ne to ɛne nofoɔ bebrebe sɛ bɛrima bi a wɔde ɔpɛ, yɛwɔ bɛrima bi wɔ ɔpɛ nofoɔ, obi so wɔ ɔpɛ toɔ, obiara ne de ɔpɛ, ɛno deɛ menyam na mbɛka. Ɛna sister yi saa na agya mahu sister yi, ɛna mimi tiri mu deɛ mefi sɛ sister no ɔyɛ boafoɔ, ɛna agya yɛbɔ yanom muntie brafoɔ na agya metwi sister yi a na agya mewie yɛ me ne ne keka ya na nka kurom hɔ hotel wɔ hɔ yɛde kɔtua so. Eti yɛde kɔtua so no agya me deɛ mafiri kurom hɔ aba bɛɛ 2 months later ɛna sister ne frɛ me a bakyɛw I'm pregnant. Enti ahopopo nti na ɔsɛ ɔkɔyɛ ne ho adeɛ. Ɛno me bakyɛw Nyankopɔn na ɛkɔfa ma. Ɛyɛ waa na wakɔ akɔpɛ wɔ adeɛ. Ɛyɛ waa na akɔpɛ we de nyame bi anim. Ɛna wode ɔbaa no akɔ nyame anim. Ɛna wama sɔfo bi ahyira so. Ɛde ama na agya wo ne wɔ adeɛ nam. Tie ne ye ɛyɛ accepted. Ne mmom ɛmaare mfiri sɛ Awurade Nyankopɔn sɛ ɛmfa ntenua biara ɛmma n'afɔrebukyia ho. Unum ntenua yɛ barima ɔnyɛ papa, ɔbaa ɔnyɛ papa, ɛmfa ɔbaa kɔhwini bi ansi asɔre fie hɔ na mɛka nkyerɛ ɔno Awurade sɛ wobɛware no na afei bɛwie akyire wobɛware no bɛwie no na ɔbaa no tetew na wasa aba sɛ wobɛgu aware no. Nti ɔka kyerɛ Mose sɛ Mose ka kyerɛ ɔman no sɛ mo mfa ntenua biara ma afɔrebukyia no ho. Enti mina mekɔ ma ayie ɛwɔ nkran, mekɔ ma ayie ɛwɔ oyarefa, mekɔ ma ayie wɔ aboborosi anya ɛhifa Clagon baby a ɔmo yɛ stɔbo yi ɔmo fɛ ɔsɛ koraa kasoa ɛna makɔhu ɔbaa bi na agya me deɛ mefi sɛ ɔbɛboa me. Afei mi wura mekɔware sister yi na me di sister ne kɔ fie a me ne sister no ase yɛ active prison break. Ɔbaa no wakɔware no asɛ mo active prison break. Bɛrima no a wakɔware no asɛ wone wo kunu mu active prison break. Ɛyɛ dɛn na nka afei bɛrima no nya ɔbaa na obɛku no, ɔbaa no so nya bɛrima na obɛku no. Ɛdi ntia ne problem bi wɔ hɔ. Nti agye sɛ obi a sabio ɔnwene ɛte sɛ me ɔpatafoɔ meti hɔ yi na sister bi anaa bra bi aba sɛ ɔpatafoɔ mepatwɔ mede wɔyɛ agya enti hyirama ware Yesu ma me na mabɔ mpae sɛ Awurade ɛma ne nsi mu yie na moakɔ wokɔ ne sɛ bɛrima ne di w'ani anaa ɔbaa ne di w'ani a mepatwɔ me na mede awareɛ ne maa wo yɛnka no korɛ me na mede maa wo saa na akɔyɛ o. Enti awareɛ no wode kɔ nyame anim na kɔhyira ba nyɛ nyame na de ɔbaa ne maa wo, nyɛ nyame na de bɛrima ne maa wo. Waa na wo sɛ wopɛ toɔ ɛtoɔ so de ɛho hia because it is your mind. Tax. I'm talking about tax. Etuo. Yesu Christ yentua tuo. Enti etuo boa. You must pay tax. It is very important to pay tax. Then you pay tax. And a jow pay jatui. Now, if you call us a tukasi bukomua, where be general say mumro ni yukumi, one embra. And quantum to me, not one who sala. Huh? Ushia, sister na, ne no fusi sisi hoa, sorry no. Breya nini no fo. Jise breya hu no fo. Breya nini no fo. Breya hu no fo na se wo wa ye di ababo no no. Na ni twa kuru 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 kuru. De breya nyina dure. Still won twa no fo no. Oda so no fo. Na akonom no fo na se kaka ye wa afi na wusu se mumra wo na no fo na menom ye na makaka ye be. Hey bra. Kawanu tum mimpese meti dede bia ho na hye ho din uwu a ye baba be siyo fa hye otirim. Odifo OPATAFUOR oko ayie na se a sister ne side down ho no nyo na akoto sika gu no so me bisa nyo na akoto sika gu no so o pese sister ne hu se o sika na akoto sika gu no so and the sister is a map de ade wo so ati ase because oba bia ye born say onko ba bia ade wo and you know women are created for chance. They are created to occupy chances into a pedi ade wo na sister di wechi. Now by ya say sister no wasua karat ebo blackbird. Imagine sister no wasua karat abo blackbird and wako ware no bibi kitu na bra isu obi na no na sister na uro tre no aye kunfu pau na bra ya kana no atu afeni e comments fellowship a obekona bra ya muna na osio adentia ontimi nkana asem because karat bia na yiri twa no wofie no ono a nanim na nka abeka kire wa me my brother me na mka kire se ko wale obi a wabo blackbird e wo kunfu. Say Brown on a yere or can one yi ninja assassin no. So you see, these were the things that Jesus spoke about. And because of the truthful nature of whatever that Jesus said, it didn't go well with them. So they tend to blackmail Jesus that Jesus is evil. He doesn't support the concept of marriage. The concept of marriage. Jesus doesn't support it. Whatever that Jesus said, does it mean Jesus does not support the concept of marriage? He supported, but he was trying to tell you the realities of things. Now, cast your eyes into the society. Don't we have women and men who are tired of marriage because of what they have gone through in life in the hands of certain men and women? We have them there. So, by virtue of what Jesus said, you realize that marriage is not a compulsory thing. It's not an obligatory thing. Because if Jesus could say that there are some people who will not marry, then it means it's not a compulsory thing. It's not an obligatory thing. But rather, it's a privilege. When you get married, it is a privileged thing. Okay? I know women. So I don't disrespect them. No, I know women. And the women who are in this group or who always watch my video, they are aware that I know women. It's not about OPATAFUOR detesting women. Like I don't like women and stuff like that. No, I like women. If women are not part in the society, it wouldn't have been as how it is today. Women create, they destroy at the same time. So get that. So you see, women are like altar where every man goes to sacrifice blood to. Have you forgotten when you engage in intimacy with a woman, you ejaculate and the semen is a blood. So you always pump blood to your altar. That is the woman. Get that? And by virtue of all these things, you must realize that no matter what, a woman was brought into the world to accomplish something, and that thing is in the hands of a man. And since it is in the hands of a man, it doesn't belong to the woman. It belongs to the woman. Sorry, it doesn't belong to the woman, it belongs to the man. So, by courtesy of what the Bible says, it says women are our helpers. So what are we doing that the women needs to tend to become helpers? The reason why women will drag issues on this particular phrase is because of the level of their understanding. Some of them think that when you say they are helpers, you have belittled them. No. The word a helper doesn't mean we are power penny and now we are abrabomu atantantie. And now say emfaso bi ani nso da bi we are boafo na obi o ye boafo bi a no so no wa mamu a enye yie sana so tiase o ye boafo wa mamu a enye yie. Now Hagar says, but Hagar left a message, says, Papa, but no woman helped you, but you have made it. Let me tell you something. How can the holder of the secret not know secret? Tell me. Dear hinta nyina no mensam na wo. Eye den na mimi ne hintasam. Dear hinta nyina e wo Yesu nsam. Eye den wo ne hintasam. Dear hinta nyina no e wo Melkisedek nsam. Eye den wo ne hintasam. Nti mimi de mi wo secret. Meti ewi asase mu se onipa. But me bro nipa so. What I say? Nti mimi wo secret. Oh yes, you must understand that. Now, so with the issues of all what I have said, with all due respect, you must understand certain things. You must understand certain things. A woman, well, let me pause. I don't want to go deeper. I've already explained myself. A word to a wise is enough. Mariam says, so in this case, we are very important to men. You see, the problem with women, once you don't decide to tone the way they want you to tone, they will never accept it. So, Mariam, yes, you are special to men. Yes, because all the explanation, it doesn't go well with them unless you add special. that will make them feel comfortable. Yes, Mariam, women are special, okay? Oh, Emma, mina minimu because muna ya demo monso ano ama me nti minim how a musitie me so na metimi apanish mo nti na mmarima ntimi nyina mo animu no me na metimi atia. Joanna, oh, I love it. She's aware. Madam Joanna, you are aware. You are aware of what I'm saying. Upon all the descriptions and explanation, it didn't go well with them because OPATAFUOR has subjected women to be a mere helper. And in fact, he went along to say that women doesn't have a purpose. And I have two masters. I'm doing my MPhil. Doreen, you were created to serve a man. You are a helper. You are a helper with MPhil, okay? Understand that? So, in a nutshell, women are so specially designed to help men. In fact, let me say that men are powerless. Women are all powerful. Let me say that. For you to become happy. Oba timi busa question. O sere a o se adi ntina o sere. Umuna so o se adi ntina wa muna wani. Nti se bi nya dey. Minsu. Oh, women. So please, with all due respect, you must understand that women within the corridors of human destiny, you go by the C cube, which is chances, choice, and consequences. A man doesn't have a choice to pick from. A man can never have a choice because already you carry a destiny to which the destiny has created a chance. And out of the chances you being the man has created, a woman has to choose out of the chances. And by opting for any single note, it means she has made a choice. And out of the choice, whatever that comes is the consequences. Get that? So women, they are good. Oh. They are good. If you are a man and you want to enjoy women to the fullest, right? Make sure you penetrate their hearts. A woman can stay with you, but yet you have not penetrated the heart. Let me tell you the truth. If you're a man, make sure to penetrate the heart of a woman. Once you penetrate her heart, she is willing to sacrifice, kill, destroy to support you. That is the nature of a woman. Yes. The very thing Adam was not able to discover about women was he being able to penetrate the heart of Eve. He was not able to do that. It was the serpent who penetrated the heart of Eve. And by virtue of that, Eve was willing to destroy everything that she has built in ages with Adam. And that is the true nature of women. Penetrate their heart. If you really want her, penetrate her heart. And there are 3 simple tactics to penetrate the heart of a woman. Should I say it? No, let me stop it. A woman can have sexual intercourse with you, but what she has done, it comes from the mind, not the heart. I'm telling you. That is why, excuse me for my language, we have prostitutes. Excuse me, I'm sorry for that word. Now, when you go, you pay them, then they give you their body. This is it. The body they gave you, it was out of their mind, but rather not their heart. You see, let me tell you, if you penetrate a woman's heart, you don't even need to engage with her on an intimacy level before she ejaculates or reaches her orgasm. At the sound of your voice just like that, it does something to them. That is women. So one day, I'll give you the secret of women. 3 things. When you do it, they will never stop following you. You see, they will love you. They will give up. You see, do you know that when you penetrate the heart of a woman, the savings she has been keeping for ages, she will give all to you. You don't know. Oh. Hwɛ, obiara betumi asrɛ ɔbaa ne sika, ɔbɛka kyerɛ sɛ oni bi. Nanso uwura ɔbaa kuma mu a, de ɔde asie a ɔso ɔmmɔ so nkyerɛ obiara, ɔbɛtam de abrɛw. Saa na mmaa teɛ. Enti bɛrima biara sɛ oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Nana J says, Papa, please, one of the women I'm watching you with is asking if they don't have a purpose. Why do they have different career on earth to fulfill? Yay! Some women have, let me explain this. Now, what you call as a purpose is not purpose. The reason why you think you have a different skill, a different attitude, a different whatever that you claim it to be, or the prowess you have acquired, that is not a purpose. Let me tell you, that is not a purpose. If you are a lecturer, a teacher by profession, as a woman, if you are a medical doctor, a nurse, if you are a judge, whatever the position you occupy here on earth, that is not a purpose. That is not a purpose. By becoming a medical doctor, you see, as a woman, becoming a medical doctor is a skill that you have acquired. And that skill, you must use that skill to support your husband in fulfilling the purpose to which your husband was brought here on earth. What you people call as purpose is not a purpose. Do you know what a purpose is? God never placed the seed of purpose in women, but rather he placed the seed of purpose in a man. Why? Because a man has a price to pay. A woman doesn't have any price to pay. So if you think you went to school and throughout your education, you went through pains, hardship, the things, the sort of painful things you went through to get to where you are today, these are mere earthly experiences. And you went through that because you said you wanted to acquire whatever that you have today. If you understand what I'm saying. So, the price a man has to pay, a woman cannot pay that price. A woman cannot pay that price. That is why Bible says that Adam slept and God took his rib, one of them. It is a price that Adam paid before bringing a woman to existence. The higher heavens had to cause Adam to sleep for them to remove his rib painfully and use the rib to manufacture a woman. It's a price. A woman doesn't have a price to pay. So, all the things you have in higher regards, you have those things just to support your husband, to fulfill your dream. There is no woman that was given a purpose. Listen to me. But all the women in the world are serving a purpose. Please, there is a two different thing. Serving a purpose is different from giving a purpose. Giving means a newly thing. It is fresh, being brought into existence. And serving a purpose means the purpose was already there and you are serving. Serving means you are helping it. So every woman in this world is serving a purpose. Please, with all due respect, I will never lie to you, okay? Every woman is serving a purpose. And the purpose is to help a man. Helping the man doesn't mean say, oh yeah, aqua, and now oh yeah, a body house nim fast. There be oh, and yes, I'm a tear. It is say, me person me be a medical doctor. At the end of the I just say me mom who come lecturers or maridare medicine mu echere ma de me boa sanity. Enti some person me be bibi say ya as a man, if I want to become this, if I want to fulfill this, the woman has been there by God. It was God who placed a woman there. Now, by virtue of what I'm being brought into the world to serve, I have created a chance. I have created a chance. And by virtue of the chances that I've created, a woman must fulfill. It's a simple logic. So please, with all due respect, Oba eye bema ese boafo, which means the woman is there to serve a purpose. I want you to sit down. All the women who are watching me tonight, with all due respect, I want you to sit down and ask yourself, why would the whole creator of all things say that we are helpers? Why? Why would God say a woman is a helper if she is not there to serve a purpose? Ask yourself, why would God say that a woman is a helper? Why? In any way or form that you help a man, you are a helper. That is why when you get legally married to a man, You renounce your name, the Priscilla Quatin. You renounce it and take on the new form and shape to which the man you are legally bound to has created you in. The new shape and form the man has created you in. You relinquish the old status and take on the new form. So now, maybe you are married to Karim. You are no more Angela anymore. You are now Mrs. Karim. Why did such things happen? Why is not meant for men to change their name to the women name rather? The reason why is that men are here to execute a specific purpose, and women are the ones. So for you to complete everything, you renounce your whatever you have and take on a new name, which goes on to confirm that this is my helper. When you meet Mrs. OPATAFUOR, she is the helper of the man or OPATAFUOR. When you meet Mrs. Adunya, she is the helper of Adunya. You see the reason why? So, why would God in the first place make you a helper? I'm begging you, understand life. Understand life. Understand life. Understand life. Understand life. Okay? Oh my goodness. Okay, Madame Joanna says they are clear now. Yes, every woman. But you see, when you are educated, anything that a woman owns, it glorifies a man, not the woman herself. Let me tell you this. Anything that a woman owns, it glorifies the man. It glorifies the man. Listen to me and read my lips. Anything that a woman owns, anything that she has acquired, it glorifies a man, not the woman herself. Should I go ahead and explain? Let's assume you marry a woman with her master's, PhD, 2 degrees, 3 degrees. It glorifies me. Anywhere that I go, I tell people that my wife is this and that. If my wife has money, it glorifies me, not herself. It helps for me to be able. It helps in losing things for me to be able to fulfill my dream here on earth. If you understand what I'm saying. Say, adibia or baby was asasi suebiano. Eye animonyam edema ni kunu. Enye oba na nkasa ho. Eye animonyam. What you say? Na minim say one day mo be fe me. One day you miss me. I'm telling you. Next year 2027 there will be no mystery and you miss me dearly. Yeah, next year 2027 there will be no mystery. You miss me dearly. I know that. Okay. Okay. So you see, Meiri ene Ghana president. Eye animonyam hye ede ma bema no. Eboa ma bema ne eye ahohoahoa na na ahye mu tre. Wate ase. Nti oba de oba nneɛma bebree na ɛwɔ ɔbaa ho a menya abotrɛ na matichi na ɔbaa wote ase a de biara bo sɛ you will live at peace. What I say? I want all the women who are following me to become good women unto their husbands by trying my possible best to explain things into details for you to understand things. It's not like I don't like women or I disrespect women. No. Far from that. Far from that. Far from that. Far from that. Okay? So get that. In all my teachings, the reason why most of the times I speak about women, I have only two reasons. It is a woman who lives with a man. A man does not live with a woman. Two statements. A woman lives with a man. A man does not live with a woman. If a man lives with a woman, it is haram. That is not how heaven engineered it. In other vice versa, do you understand what I mean? In other ways, do you understand what I mean? Maybe you don't understand. I will explain that. A man does not live with a woman. A woman lives with a man. And because a woman is going to live with a man, the woman must be taught. Now, when I go out there and purchase an air condition, the air condition is coming to live with me. I'm not the one going to live with the air condition. So instructions about the air conditions must be well noted by me, being the one that it is coming to live with. So the woman is the comforter who comforts you in the hot season. She comes with instruction, and a man must be well noted by that air conditioner, right? So I take my time to explain women more to men rather than a man to a woman. It is a man who pays the bride price. By virtue of paying the bride price of a woman, she then comes to live with you. You don't go and live with her. By virtue of paying a bride price of a woman, it gives you a divine mandate and authority over her. By virtue of that, she must be submissive, right? And because of that, they are very delicate. Ọbaa te sɛ sekan. Udi agorɔ ketewa bi obetwa wo. Saa na ɔte o. Saa na ɔbaa teɛ. Udi agorɔ ketewa bi obetwa wo. Edide biara no, ɛwɔ sɛ ohunu baabi a ɔde ne bɛto. Baabi a ɔde ne bɛtena. Baabi a ɔde ne bɛgyina. Sɛ wow ka kyerɛ ne sɛ ɔnkɔpɛ baabi ntena, w'ani bɛba ahoso na ɔte w'atamfo fie. If you don't know, let me tell you the truth. W'ani bɛba ahoso na oyere ɔte w'atamfo fie. Ɔkɔka a ɔbɛka kyerɛ sɛ wo na asɛm nkɔpɛ baabi ntena. Enti ɛwɔ sɛ bɛrima nhunu sɛ me yere aha na mɛma na tena, aha na ɔbɛsɔre, aha yɛbɛkɔ sei. It is the manual concerning the air condition you have brought home. today ɛnɛ deɛ mobɛ crucify me mbɛka kyerɛ m sɛ ɔpatafoɔ nyɛ papa but ɛyɛ deɛ mbɛka kyerɛ me biara masom na menhyira mo mehu sɛ obi di matam ɛwɔ comment section wɔ ne nyinaa yɛ ɛboa mehu sɛ obi sɛ meyɛ evil. It helps, right? Na mbɛboa. Right. God bless you and good night to you all. I believe I've been a blessing unto some of you people. If I said anything that didn't go well with you, I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you very much. And God bless you all as well.